back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm joined here with Saf. She is up in... Did you miss the table? I want to replay that. I'm joined here with Saf. She is up in...
I'm so bad, I tried to look so like chill in the background.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I'm joined here with Saf. Back to my channel. So as you can see, I'm joined here with Saf, and she's up in Manchester for the weekend. And originally we were like, we're not going to go out, we're just going to chill.
I mean, we say it every time, but
now we're going out. Not getting drunk, but we're just going to, the sun's out, we're like, it's rude not to go out. Like, Saf up in Manchester, I want to show us some cool bars. So we thought we would film a little get ready with me. Yeah. It is actually only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we're getting ready quite early.
It's so funny because we were adamant that we wasn't going to go out, but somehow I just slid in my ID.
And the heels.
I knew, like, I don't even know how, and the heels. Don't even know why we were lying to ourselves.
Thing is, I was actually going to message you as well saying maybe bring your ID, but I thought no, because then if she does bring her ID, then we definitely don't want to go out, but she brought the ID anyway.
Yeah.
So we're off out. I'm very excited actually. I don't think we've been out in Manchester together before, have we?
No. I actually love Manchester. I love where Anna lives so much. It's so nice.
It's so nice. I feel like it's nice for like a girly weekend as well. Like I was saying, I want to take her to like, I don't know if you guys have been there, but like the Wash House, like the Speakeasy bars, like Peter Street where there's all like Albert's Lost, like Revs to Cuba, NQ64. We said we're limiting ourselves to 1 drink in each bar so we don't get too drunk.
So basically we're just going to go to as many bars as possible. So we can stick to that rule, but still drink loads.
Exactly. So we're doing a little Manchester bar hop, which is going to be fun. It's also boiling in here, by the way, like absolutely boiling. What is that? Oh, my carpet. Pretty.
Yeah, guys, I mean, you're very lucky you can't see right now because I'm actually naked. Genuinely, I'm sitting here naked. I am so hot. I feel like I'm going to pass out.
Like when I say in my videos, I'm like, oh, my apartment gets hot. I feel like people think, oh, she's probably being dramatic, bless her. It gets absolutely. It's like being in an oven. It's like being in an oven getting cooked.
And also, guys, I never am too hot. Like, I think everyone knows that about me because I'm constantly saying how I'm cold. Don't think I've ever said to Anna in my life, I'm hot, babe, I'm too hot.
She
right now
ever says it.
Can't seem to cool down. I actually even like splashed my whole face with water, like ice cold water before this video because I was trying to cool down, and it lasted for about a minute.
And then you walk back in the living room and the heat absolutely hits you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and get ready as quickly as possible. I'm not gonna, the thought of putting makeup on my face right now in this heat is not cute, but I know once we're all ready, we're gonna be excited to go out.
I am actually so quick at getting ready though.
Yeah, so I reckon I could do a full face in maybe like 20 minutes.
But like, yeah, even when I go out, mine will never take me longer than that.
What, even when you're like doing out makeup?
Yeah, well, because to be honest, out makeup isn't really that different, to be honest. The thing that takes me ages is my hair. Yeah, like my hair takes me ages because of extensions and stuff, like trying to make them blend and look nice just takes a lot of effort. But when it comes to makeup, it's so quick.
That's good, you can do it in like 20 minutes. I say maybe on a night out, if I'm like taking my time, I can probably do a full face in like 30 minutes. If I'm doing like a little cut crease moment. Also, so
I've used the foundation that's too dark, sorry.
Have you? Oh, using the Pat McGrath one?
Yeah, guys, this foundation is unbelievable. I cannot even, I used my dark one though, so yeah, ignore the fact that my face is too dark for my body. I have 2 shades, and I accidentally used the one that was way too dark. But yeah, it's, oh my god guys, it's the best foundation you'll ever use.
I've been using the YSL All Hours foundation, and I'm really liking it at the moment. It's really good actually. I got sent it in PR. It lasts all night, which is nice. It's gonna be a long night. Also, I asked you guys for a load of questions on Instagram, because you're like, oh, what can we talk about while we're getting ready? So we've got some fun questions to answer. First one is, how did you guys meet?
Aww.
I don't know if a lot of people actually know how we met, but
probably not. Like, I don't feel like we have really spoken about it.
Neither, but I basically commented on Saf's first ever YouTube video. I can't remember what the video was. Oh, I think it was American Vlog.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was an American Vlog.
And I commented like, love this so much or something like that. I'll see if I can find the comment and I'll put it on screen. And then we started DMing on Instagram and we got each other's numbers, and then Saf actually drove to mine so we could film a video together. And literally the first time we met, we filmed. I can't remember what we filmed. I don't know what it was.
I don't remember.
I remember what I was wearing.
It was some same.
The mustard.
Yeah, the mustard hyena. You had that, and you had I swear you had a burgundy and an olive one.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't you? They were like the 3 tops you always wore.
I love those tops.
It's so weird though, because like YouTube is such a different place now to what it was like back then. Because back then, like, it wasn't that weird that we met for the first time and just filmed. Whereas like,
yeah,
I would never do that now.
Neither. I could never do that. I feel like I need to actually like properly know a person, or like have a good conversation with them before to be able to film.
But I don't think anyone would do that now. Like back in the day, like, you know, when there was like the OG YouTubers like Zoella and that, like they all met from kind of doing the same sort of thing by like filming together. That's how they met. Whereas like nobody would do that now. But I think it's because the sort of videos that most people do now are like vlogs and stuff.
Yeah, and also back in the day, like I looked forward to watching people's collabs. Like when I saw that, like they'd all meet up and would film a video together, I'd be like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever.
Do you remember like when My Life as Ava and Alicia would get together? Oh my god, that was the best moment ever.
That was like the like, that was my favourite time of like YouTube when everyone was doing that. That is how we met. We met through me commenting on Sass videos.
But it was so cute as well because obviously I couldn't drive back then. We were so young.
Oh my god.
That my mum drove me and dropped me to Anna's, which I live in Brighton and Anna was living in Milton Keynes. So it's like quite a journey.
It's like a 2-hour journey.
Yeah, at least, isn't it? It's probably a bit more than that, right?
Probably like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, my mum drove and dropped me and then she waited. Like she literally just waited. Sweet. How, like that's weird. Like it's weird, but
I feel like that's the thing that mum should like do though. Do you know what I mean? But
well, my mum did, like to be fair, my mum did things like that for me so much. I actually can't believe.
I mean, it's so sweet. I want to do that for my kids when I'm older.
Yeah, I know. Bless. And that's how this friendship was born.
7-8 years ago, maybe even more than that.
I feel like 7.
Yeah, I feel like 7 sounds like the right number.
Because when did we? But like I started YouTube 8 years ago. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it must have been 7 then, because you were doing it for like a while.
Yeah.
Until we actually met. But
and then do you know what's weird? Is like we became really good friends, and then honestly we didn't speak for like a year.
For ages. And then,
do you remember?
And then I suddenly started living at your house in Brighton. I would be there.
Well, it's when I was broken up with Jake.
Yeah, and I was we saw each other. Oh my god,
constantly.
And the funniest thing is, I used to turn up at Sass with a backpack.
Oh my god, guys! You won't even believe it. No,
like
a mini backpack.
It was a Primark backpack. It was like thin, like nylon material. It wasn't like a heavy duty that could fit loads in. It was tiny. And I'd go with a backpack and stay there for I don't know.
And I would never understand it because I'm such an overpacker. But even to this day, Anna, I don't know how she does it. Like, I honestly have a large suitcase. When we was filming our podcast, we would have to like bulk film episodes. We had to film like 4 different episodes, so we needed 4 different outfits. And then the next day, Anna was going on holiday and I was going home. So I've got 4 outfits in a big case, right? Because we're staying overnight. A massive silver suitcase. Anna has got a mini carry-on for her 4 outfits and her holiday. And
I still had like my full makeup bag, like hair stuff, toiletries.
And you had room. You had room.
And I had room.
I can't understand it.
I think I must just be quite a good packer. I mean, I have got worse at it now.
But I actually don't get it.
But it was so funny. Every time I turn up at yours, everyone will be like, how are you doing this? Your mum will be like, how are you doing this? And I'm like, guys, I actually don't know.
In the end, I think Anna stopped taking a backpack because we kept asking her every time.
Like, how is she bringing a backpack still?
My thing is, it's my skincare. Like this, it's just, I just have so much of it.
I have got worse actually. I now bring like a medium-sized suitcase everywhere I go. But yeah, that used to be my life for like 2 years. Going constantly on the trains to Brighton. Because honestly, we did so much in Brighton when we were younger. I literally lived at your house for like 2 years. I was there all the time.
I know, that's actually so cute.
And then now it's weird because now we both have our own houses.
I know.
And we're 22. It is actually crazy.
It is such a weird feeling.
Right, the next one, funniest drunk story together. So I have one in my mind, but I don't know if it's gonna be the same one as yours.
Ski trip.
Well, I was gonna say ski trip, but we can't tell that story really. We were thinking about telling it on the podcast, by the way.
We actually don't think we can tell it because basically it's really bad and it's so funny. But because we've spoken about it so much, I feel like whatever we say, it's gonna almost be like an anticlimax.
Yeah, 100%.
That we can't say it now, even though it
wouldn't be an anti. Like
if we hadn't told you about it, you'd be gobsmacked.
But like, because it's so hyped up, I don't know what people think it is. I'm actually curious what people think that it is.
It's not great.
But yeah, it's really not great. And we did say like, oh, do we tell it like on season 2 of the podcast? Like, so maybe, but
maybe our last episode. But I don't know. I just feel like it's.
I just don't want you guys to be disappointed, which I don't think you would be. But yeah, I just don't want it to be like such an anticlimax. You're like, oh, is that it? Even though it's bad.
Yeah. Like, I honestly think we could say Anna murdered someone, and like people would be like, was that it?
Is that it? Yeah, like, you know, it's just so hyped up now, especially because it happened like 4 or 5 years ago. There's one more that I was thinking of, but I don't know if you're gonna get it as well.
I don't know. What is it then?
Basically, we were in the club and we were with this singer who you definitely would know.
You would know.
You would know. And someone just like, he was just being rude
to me.
To Sass.
Should we give some context?
You give the context. I don't know how much context you want to give.
I don't know, because what if he sees it. That's what I'm worried about.
I think he remembers.
I think so.
Maybe let's not give too much context.
Basically, yeah, it was some guy that like I was not seeing, but like I just had a little fling.
Yeah, he had a fling.
With him and was a friend, and then he was just being really, really rude to me out of nowhere.
And I just didn't like the things he was saying. Like I had a lot to drink, and I was thinking, why are you saying that? Like, why are you being like blah blah blah?
Can I just say something? Sorry, really quickly to interrupt.
Go on.
Anna, her whole life has always been too nice. Like, up until this point, I think he changed. Like, Anna would never stick up for herself. And it was something, it was like the only trait I hated about her, because I felt like she deserved so much more. Like, there were so many occasions where she should have stuck up for herself, and it would anger me, because I'd be like, babe, don't let someone speak to you like that.
And I was just too scared to,
yeah,
to like speak up. So it switched to me this night though.
Something switched, and ever since, she's been like this independent, strong. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's been since that night.
It actually has been since that night. And I just thought to myself, I was like,
I'm not having this anymore.
I'm not having this. And we were outside the club. No way am I violent, by the way. I would never, ever, ever go up to someone and start a fight. I've never been in a fight. But I was just like, is he having a laugh? And something that he said just made me just swing. And I just lost it.
Do you remember what he said?
I do remember what he said. When they were all sat in the car and they were like,
God,
and I was like, are you kidding? Like, are you
oh
kidding?
no, because that actually, when I see him, that's actually going to annoy me, because I forgot.
Yeah, and that, every time I see him now, because we see him a lot, and every time I see him I think, oh god, like I'm so embarrassed. Like, do you remember?
Why are you embarrassed? He should be embarrassed.
Well, yeah, he should be embarrassed actually. And then we were so drunk, and then the next morning when we woke up, me and Saf had slept in her sick on the duvet. Like, I don't know how it had happened, but we woke up and we were covered, and we just laid there like, what a good night. Like, what a good night that was. And I was just very embarrassed, but actually you're right, he should.
I feel like it doesn't sound funny, but when I tell you Anna was screaming at him in the street,
in the middle of London,
something overtook her body. It was like a demon had entered her body, and like,
and I just woke.
She was like, what you say?
I woke up and chose violence that day, and I have never looked back. And I'm so glad.
I've never looked back, because if you're always violent.
I know, I've actually never done that again, guys, and I never would. But I was just like, you're not speaking to a girl like that.
What he? Oh, that's actually. Do you know what? When I actually see him next, that's gonna annoy me.
Well, we actually saw him not that long ago, and every time I see him, it's the first thing that comes into my head. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Like, I feel so awkward, because I'm like, do you remember me absolutely swinging when
I don't reckon he remembers what he said.
No, I don't think he does either, because they were all so, like, there was 3 of them, and they were all so drunk. But like, that I'd say is probably one of the standout stories for me.
Yeah.
When I think about me and you drunk.
We've had some really funny times drunk.
Oh, we've had some amazing times drunk. We never film it though when we get drunk, or we never like vlog
no,
those
we
nights.
don't do it.
We just say no cameras, right, we're going out tonight. And they're like the best nights that always happen. I love it. That's the night. How to deal with your first year living alone. Because how long have you been living alone for now?
Do you know what, babe? I was trying to work this out the other day. I have no idea.
Did you move into your house this year or not? Oh no, because you had Christmas in your house. So no, you've
but it wasn't much before that, you know.
So maybe like
less than a year.
Less than a year, maybe like 6-7 months.
Yeah, I reckon maybe it's like 7.
So you've been living on your own for 7 months. I've been living on my own now for 2.5 years. God,
well, but I lived by myself before that.
Oh shit, you did, didn't you? Because then you moved back in and then.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we've definitely done over a year living alone together. You know what? I actually find it very liberating living on my own.
We were actually just having this conversation. Like, I was saying to Anna, I think when I'm getting older, I'm becoming so boring. And actually, I do take that back, because I don't think I'm a boring person, but I've just learned that I love my own company so much, and I never thought I would. I love it.
Me too.
I love silence.
Yes,
I love silence. I can't pretend to have a conversation with someone as well. I was saying this to Anna, and she was laughing because it's so true. Like, I would never be rude to somebody, but I can't just sit and make conversation for 3 hours. Like, if I'm not in the conversation, I just can't do it.
I think it just, as you get older, like, you learn to appreciate your own like time on your own. And the nights I look forward to a lot, and the nights I'm on my own cooking myself dinner, and I know I can sit there and just put a bit of TV on and just sit and like relax and do work on my laptop. Like, I love those nights more so now than going out. Yeah. Which is actually really nice.
As we're going out.
As we are going out. But then I love the one night, like the nights where we do go out and like I can have like a blowout weekend. Like, I absolutely love that. But personally for me, I've actually really enjoyed living on my own. I think I found it hard at the beginning.
Oh my god, at the beginning.
I know
it's scary as well.
Very scary. I know it sounds stupid. I didn't know how to work any like household appliances properly. I was literally learning like everything. Like, it sounds so pathetic, but how to use the washing machine, the dishwasher, like running a house on your own is a lot of work, especially when you move out so young, but it's very liberating. I love it. And now I think I would actually struggle to live with someone again.
Oh my god, same.
Because I love living on my own so much, like, and having my own space and knowing where everything is.
I do think we could live together, but I think we'd need a place that's big enough.
Yeah, because the thing is with me and Sat, we can talk for hours and then we'd be in silence for 5 hours and wouldn't question it.
Yeah, like it wouldn't feel awkward.
No, we'd just go about with our day and then be like, oh, by the way, or babe, like it's very normal. And
yeah, and I feel like Anna could look at me and know if I wanted my own space, and I could do the same with her. So I actually think we could live together, but there's a lot of people I couldn't live with.
Yeah, same. We're both on the same wavelength, and like if we're gonna be messy, we're gonna be messy, but if we're gonna be tidy, we're gonna be tidy. I don't think I could live with someone who's super messy to have.
I am messy.
Right, you are, but then you will tidy up.
Yeah.
Like, you will be messy, but then you will actually go and when you get like a sprite of like, let's do this, let's tidy the house.
No, that's exactly what happens to me. I'm like, right, spring clean.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we could.
Also as well, like I definitely am messy. There's no denying it. But more so like when I'm on holiday, because I don't have a space for things. That's when I become messy.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually one of the main reasons I first like moved out when I did, was because I didn't have enough room for anything. So that's when I built my house, and now I have a place for everything. My house isn't ever really messy.
Your house is so tidy.
Yeah, like, my house is always tidy.
There's like a place for everything, which is so nice.
But I just think like when I go on holiday, I'm not very tidy, because I don't have any room.
Well, and also we don't unpack every time we go on holiday. We live out of fucking suitcases. Even if we're staying somewhere for like 2 weeks, we would still live out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
I think that's where we go wrong, because we never fully unpack and we always say we're gonna.
Honestly, Anna and I have seen each other so much recently.
I was thinking that the other day. I feel like we've been with each other literally every weekend, which is so nice.
Well, a few weekends ago we weren't together, but we were in each other's houses.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. I went down to Sath like 2 weeks ago now, and I stayed at hers, so videos coming soon.
House swaps coming soon.
I know you guys are gonna absolutely love those.
I'm so excited for that.
One of the questions was, what's your favourite thing about each other's house? And I feel like we can answer that now, especially because of recently.
Yeah, like what, like look wise or
anything. I feel like every time I come down to yours, because I live in a city and your house is so quiet, and like mine is quiet, but there's always the background noise of like cars and like the busyness. But when I go to Sass, it's so peaceful and it's all just so like.
It's funny actually, I was with a friend yesterday who had been to mine once before, but this was the second time they came over, and we went for a walk like around my area, and they looked at me and they was like, you don't understand how lucky you are to live like in the, like, because I literally live in like a countryside. Obviously I don't really speak about where I live because I don't want anyone to know like properly where I live, but like yeah, you could just walk for miles and it's quiet, but it's full of animals. I have donkeys next door, I have horses behind me,
and there's so like big trees and like those like greenery, and like it's just gorgeous. And obviously in Manchester you don't get that as much, so I love that. And also your house is just beautiful. Like when you walk around, everything is so like beautifully finished and beautifully done. I'm like, oh, and I walk around, I'm like, oh god, I'm actually like so proud of it. This is hers.
Oh,
like, I do.
So
we were walking down Sath's driveway the other day, and she said to me, she's like, it hits you when you walk in, and I was like, yeah, when you walk in, you look at it, I'm like, babe, I can't believe this is your house. It's incredible.
It's crazy actually, because I literally think people, like I've said it so many times on vlogs, like when I walk into my house, I actually pinch myself and think, oh my god, I'm so lucky. I think people just think I'm saying that to look like, you know, like me pretending like, oh, what's even the word I'm looking for?
I know what you're trying to say, but I can't think of the word.
To look like I'm grateful for what I have.
Yes.
But genuinely, every time I walk into my drive, it's just like hits me. I'm like, I can't believe this is mine.
It's crazy.
And it's so weird that like Anna was like, oh yeah, it's so nice, it's so nice, and then she walked into my house and she was like, I get what you mean.
Yeah, because normally I drive in, so I haven't like, I had to hit it. When we walked in, I was like, Jesus Christ, like this is amazing. That's my favourite thing about your house.
Oh, thank you. Very lucky. My favourite thing about yours, the way you've interior designed it, so beautiful. Like I would make mine just like this.
I do
like,
really
it's
like
so
it.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, and it's so white and like light.
Yeah,
in here,
although
like,
I would make it so dirty though, because your house is whiter than mine is. I actually don't know how you do it.
Literally white in here.
But to be honest, I think it's just your whole complex. Like the second I pulled up to Anna's, I was like, I forgot how much I love it here. I wish I could get a place here. I love my house obviously, and I don't want to get rid rid of my house, but just the dream would be to have the best of both worlds, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Have the countryside but also the city.
Yeah.
And like Anna, obviously I stayed here a few weeks ago, and so like I got to use the pool and the gym, and it's just incredible. It's unreal.
It is. It does kind of feel like, especially when I go downstairs into like the main areas, that you're kind of living on like a holiday resort, which is unbelievable. I do pinch myself every day the fact that I have lived here for 2.5 years, and I'm so lucky, and I love living
also,
here.
you never feel lonely. Like I feel like in my house, if I'm lonely, there's nowhere to go. Whereas like, although if you wouldn't actually know anyone by the pool, like, and even if you don't want to speak to anyone, you can just be around people. I like that.
Yeah, and you can go like, there's a gym here, and there's always people in the gym, or like even if the gym and like the swimming pool is shut, you could go into like the coffee tea room bit, and there'll always be someone working in there. So yeah, there is always like places you can go for company even if you don't know the people, which is amazing. I love living here as well in my 20s, because I feel like when I lived at home, there wasn't really much going on, and like I never really went out and stuff, but I've made so many friends up here, which is so nice, and I just love being so close to everything as well. Like town is just there, the travel centre is just there, but even though I do actually drive everywhere.
Do you?
I do, yeah, if I'm like walking into town then no, but like I don't really know what I did before I had my car here. I don't really know how I did anything, to be honest. Now
we must have Ubered, right?
Well yeah, I guess I must have, but like I just can't even remember doing that. And when, to be fair, when we go out in town and stuff, obviously we still do Uber, but now it feels like home. Like I feel like I've settled in here now, and I can't actually imagine living anywhere else but Manchester. When
you're older and you have a family, do you think you will move out?
Yeah, I think I'll live.
You can't live by me.
That is far. That is very far. I think I would love to. I so wish we lived closer together, because I really want to live in like not central Manchester but the surrounding areas like Alderley Edge. That'd be lovely. One of my favourite things to do actually. This is really sweet. This was a while ago. It was like me, Callum, Byron, Haz and Freya, I think, in the car, and because Manchester Airport's not too far from here, we played this game where we were like, you can drive under the runway where all of the planes take off, and we were driving under the runway, and we were doing this really weird game where we were like holding our breath as the plane took off or something like that. It sounds so stupid, but it's like silly things like that that like I do living in the city that I love. And we went and like on a really late like drive around all the big houses and saw these insane mansions with like Lamborghinis on the front, and I'd love to live there in my dreams though, because it is like £10 million house, but one day exactly.
Manifest.
I'm gonna do my makeup though.
There's me saying I'm so quick. Think it's like I've just been talking though. I can't really do two things at once.
I do need to put lashes on though. Right, I've got 2 more questions. Okay, this one. This is so interesting actually, because a lot of people ask this, and me and Saf always think it as well. But how does it feel when people constantly analyse your friendship? Because people 24/7 have analysed mine and Saf's friendship from the day we started being friends. And
which I find so strange.
Me too. And it's like, if you don't see each other for a week, every time you ask for a Q&A box, most of the questions are you still friends with Saf? Are you still friends with Anna? Have you two fallen out? Like, sometimes it can be annoying, because I'm like, of course we haven't. But also it means that we live 5 hours away.
We've never fallen out, by the way.
We've never fallen out. We've spoken pretty much every day since we've known each other. And even if we don't, you don't need to speak every day for your friendship to stay the same. Like, it's just one of those things where we see each other and everything goes to exactly like it was the time before.
Everyone thinks I'm mean to Anna as well.
Oh yeah.
Which is another thing which I find so strange, but I mean, I actually find it upsetting is what I
think it's more upsetting than like, well, it is also strange. It is annoying, because I think me and Saf are really the only people who know what our friendship is actually like, and I like it that way, which is nice. But it does get slightly annoying when people constantly analyse our friendship, because we are best friends. We've been best friends for 7 years.
It's weird, because like, I get people analysing us as people. I get it. Like, we put our life online. But yeah, as a friend, like, I don't think I've ever looked at someone and been like, I reckon they argue all the time, and I've never thought that about someone. Do you know what I mean?
I've never, ever.
No.
And you know what? I think it's more so since TikTok's been about, that people make like those assumptions, and they clip like little bits from videos and put it on TikTok. Really?
Yeah.
Like, why? And I always see it and I just think, like, because I know that it's not true, and then I feel bad for Saf, because I'm like, why have they posted that on TikTok? It's a vicious circle. So basically, please stop analysing our friendship.
Please stop making TikToks about us.
You can put this clip on TikTok if you want, if you really feel like it.
Yeah, but the difference is no one will put this on TikTok.
no one puts the nice stuff on TikTok.
Yeah, literally. I don't know why I've taken so long. What have I been doing?
Your skin looks amazing though.
Thank you, so does yours. I like your blush. Is that palette?
Yeah, it was blush and then that palette on top of it.
Can you believe I'm still using this? It's my favourite palette.
The eyeshadow palette?
Yeah.
Have you got any more
Guys,
sets?
I brought this palette out. I have one more.
Oh
I know.
my God.
And I actually know what I'm going to do because it is my favourite palette in the whole
and
world.
it's almost like the last one, you kind of want to save it as well.
I know, I didn't want to use it. Yeah.
To be fair though, you've still got loads of eyeshadow. That will still last you a while. Oh, that's so sad.
I know. Right, you might have to do the talking now because I can't talk and do the brows.
Okay, the last question, I'll answer it first. Me and Saf were actually speaking about this the other day as well. And it's, when do you both think you'll have kids? And has it changed since you've got older? And it 1,000,000% has, because I remember being like 16 and in my head, I really thought I was gonna potentially be like engaged by like 24, 25, have a kid at like 26. I'm now 23 this year and kids are nowhere near in my future. And I look forward to the day that they are. Me and Saf.
How many kids would you like?
I would love 3. I'll be happy with 2, but I would love 3. But also, I'm terrified of giving birth now, because I've been watching so many birth stories recently, and I know obviously every birth story is going to be different. Like, I completely understand that, and you can't really take anything from them because you never know what your experience is going to be. But me, I've watched a couple and I just thought to myself, like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. How many kids do you want?
So I've always wanted 3. I even debated, like, I say debated as if that's going to happen. I was always like 3. I was like, maybe like it might just be 2, because I really don't think I'm going to even enjoy being pregnant, which I don't really like saying because I feel like I'm going to get really judged for saying that. But I think a lot of people fall in love with being pregnant. I haven't been pregnant, so I don't know what I'm going to be like. But I just feel like I'm not going to enjoy it. I don't know, I can't explain it, but yeah, and I really don't want to upset someone when I say that, because if I get pregnant, I'll be super lucky to be pregnant. I don't know 3, but I'd also like to adopt, so
yeah, that would be so nice.
So maybe 4 children.
Basically, we would love big families.
Bloody hell though, 4 children.
I know.
That's a lot, but I would like to adopt.
See,
so.
I love what Casey and Nicole have done because they're all so close in age, and I would love to be able to do that so they can like all grow up together, because obviously me and Atticus are like 14 years apart, which is actually amazing because I love the fact that I'm like his real older sister and I get to watch him fully grow up. But I also knew, like, when I was younger, I would have loved someone my age, like in the house all the time. So I would love to have 3 kids, fingers crossed.
Well, so me and Jed are so close in age.
Yeah, how old is Jed? 21?
Yeah, 21.
21, that's, yeah, so you're literally so close. So I would love that. We were speaking about baby names the other day actually, and I think I finally have one set baby name, which is fun. But yeah, no, I do not think I will be having kids anytime soon. In all honesty, I'm way too selfish right now. Like, way too selfish. I'm enjoying my life for what it is before I have children. But I'm saying that all the videos I watch on YouTube are mummy vloggers.
Babe, I'm very concerned.
I love watching like mums and babies. I watch Molly May all the time, but like I love watching her vlogs where like Bambi's in them and stuff, and I love watching Sid's just recently given birth as well, and I'm like really enjoying the mummy vlogs, and I do look forward to making them in about 10 years whenever that happens. But for now, I'll just stick to watching the vlogs.
Yeah, you know when we were sat outside and House was there as well?
Oh,
where was that when we posted that kissing photo and everything all together?
Yeah, that was Escape to Fright Island.
Is that still on every weekend, or was that just like a pop-up thing?
That's 24/7.
Really?
Yeah,
I like that place.
That's open every night. Yeah.
Hey, we could go there.
Yeah, babe, look at all these options. We're doing a tour de Manchester tonight.
Yeah, the girls that weren't drinking, and we thought about a million places.
I don't know about my makeup. What don't you like about it?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it looks so nice. Oh, I need to do freckles as well.
Oh, can you do me some?
Yeah, I love doing freckles now.
I can't do
freckles.
My makeup. Yeah, can you try giving me some, please? I love freckles. It's so annoying because in the sun I get so many freckles. Then I put foundation on, it just covers them up.
I would love like natural freckles in the sun.
I get so many. But it's because my mum's so freckly, isn't she?
Yeah, your mum is really freckly. My mum's quite freckly actually. Like when we were in Florida last year and she was in Topsails all day, I thought, Mum, you're getting a right nice tan. And then I just don't have it all.
So I've got a new favourite lip liner, everyone.
Is it not Morphe Sweet Tea anymore?
It's not Morphe Sweet Tea. No.
Not me with the 3 sweet teas.
It's better than Sweet Tea.
Is it
Do you know why? Because I was getting so much hate for the longest time. Again, TikTok's made about me. Yeah, because everyone said my liner was too dark, so I was like, right, I'm gonna switch it up. But I like a liner being dark because I feel like I have bigger lips than I do. It's a bit pinkier, but it's coffee and kissy, babe. I'll put it on.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's pinkier. It's pinkier, but it's still like dark enough to look like a line, like a. Just wait, look at the colour.
Oh wow, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it such a nice colour,
guys?
Really nice. I don't know if you can see very well. But
you're right, Sweet Tea is like brown toned, whereas that is like pink toned.
It still is dark enough though to accentuate your lips, but at the same time, like.
But it doesn't look as dark. Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna have to buy that. I'm obsessed with Morphe lip stuff, guys. They're so good. The lipsticks and the lip glosses. I'm gonna do a glossy lip tonight, but I'll put that on later. But I've been using every day. Morphe, I think it's called Backseat Love.
I feel like our makeup always looks the same aside from our lipstick.
It does.
It's like the biggest difference is our lipstick, and it's so funny though because we do our makeup so different. Yeah, but it looks the same.
I wasn't noticed. You use a brush, don't you? It's
yeah.
A beauty blender.
I actually love a beauty blender, but I just can't be bothered.
I wish I could use a brush. I've done a full face.
Love that, babe.
Oh, use blush on your lips as well, yeah.
I mean, it can be a bit drying, but I don't think there's a better colour in the world.
I love
like, Mitchell has absolutely smashed it.
I have so many blush shades.
I'm so happy for that boy as well, because he's the cutest human on this earth.
Have you seen Harrods?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly, like Mitchell Marr, I saw it on TikTok and I was like, that is unbelievable.
When I tell you guys as well, Mitchell is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. He actually has the biggest heart.
He's
ever.
so lovely. How many got to be's have you got? 3?
Oh babe, because I can't run out. It makes me really sad. I stocked up the other day. No, because I always sold out.
Well, I don't, to be honest, mine ran out in LA and I haven't got another one since.
Should we do quickly what's our favourite makeup product?
Oh, that's tough.
Favourite makeup product at the moment?
Okay, at the moment, I'm going to go for my blush. This
one.
You? In Peach Sugar.
I have that. I think the coral's the best colour.
Oh, I haven't used it yet, but I have got that one.
That's what I've got on my lips.
Oh,
it's unreal.
On to me, because I never used to use cream products, and then I started using these, and it changed my whole makeup game. Like I was actually getting compliments. People be like, "I love your blush. Where's it from?" And people would never say that before. So that's my fave. What's your fave?
Actually, my makeup bag is so different to what it used to be like. I love the blush, but I feel like
said it loads.
Well, it's not like a new favourite, do you know?
Okay, what's a new?
My new favourite would be, oh my god, there's so many things I love. It would be either this Dior bronzer. This Dior bronzer is incredible.
Yeah. I think if someone's used that on me when I've had my makeup done.
Probably,
and it's
yeah.
Really nice.
It was my makeup artist that used it. It's in the shade 6N. It's quite dark though. But then also, like, this will forever be my favourite thing in the whole world. This is the Fenty Beauty Water Bra. It's unreal. They're my two faves.
Highlighter.
Of the month. Remember we used to do monthly favourites?
You know my mum.
But I love videos like that.
My mum does like my April favourites and May favourites.
Really?
And I watch it every time because but the thing is, I feel like if we did that,
do you know what?
I would watch it. But
so do I. But I actually might do one.
I think it'd be a good idea. When you
should we actually do one?
Yeah, and you put in your story saying, should I do my everyday makeup routine? I thought I would watch that because I've started to watch like old school YouTube
when I
again.
Get on my
that's why I replied to you saying I'll watch it, and you said you're being sarcastic, aren't you? I said no.
I thought Anna was fully taking the piss out of me.
I was like, genuinely, I want to watch it because I love watching those sort of videos now. I like wholesome YouTube videos, like long.
Same.
Like I just.
Yeah.
Well, we're all ready now, and now we're gonna go shopping.
Hit the town,
and
we actually have one thing to tell you.
Oh my god! So we're doing a huge giveaway over on Instagram. It's like £6 full of Louis Vuitton stuff, laptop, headphones. If it's up, I'll put the picture in here. If it's not, basically go and follow both of our Instagrams. You will see it very very soon.
Follow, be active.
Yeah, be active. You do not want to miss it. Like, it's a dream giveaway.
Yeah.
So we're doing that, which is fun.
Yay.
And now we're ready. We're gonna go home and get. So if you guys enjoyed, if you did, please smash a huge thumbs up, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video.
Bye guys. Bye.